The distance from this pipe here to this pipe here is 4.5 feet, and the distance from this pipe here to this bench over here is 15 feet, which means I'm talking about a space of 4.5 by 15 feet. If you have a space like this, you can comfortably raise 135 2-week-old chicks. So if you have a space like this, update the update is known as brood and sell. You can get 100 chicks, day-old chicks, raise them for 2 weeks, add your own money on top, then sell them to farmers. That's what I want to share with you in this video, why this business model works, because it's not a new business model, it has always been there. Okay, why it works, how much you will spend doing it, how much you expect to get in return, and how to get the customers that you sell the chicks to after raising the birds. And the video is starting right now. When we talk about serious business, we'll bring it over to the screen. So first things first, we need to first of all, what is brood and sell? Brood and sell is basically a broiler poultry business model where you care for the birds, the chicks that stay chicks, the first 14 days to 21 days in their life. Okay, but in this situation now, we are talking about only 14 days, which is 2 weeks. So what do? You care for these birds, you provide everything they need, and after 14 days you add your own money and then you sell them to other farmers. Basically what you are going to be doing is heating. You are going to be heating, providing warmth to the birds, to the chicks. That's what we call brooding. That's basically what you're going to be doing. Okay, so the next question is how much will it cost? It's a business, so money is involved. Okay, let me first of all start with something that normally. Let me start with feed. Normally in raising broilers for 5 to 6 weeks, feed normally takes 75 to 80% cost of production. But in brood and sell, I want to gladly announce to you that feed is not the thing that is going to be taking up this amount in the cost of production, but feed is the second highest thing that you are going to be spending money on. Okay, so now in the life of a week 1, a chick that is 1 week old, for the chick to perform very well at the end of first week 1, that chick needs to consume a total feed of 0.167 kg of feed. And that same chick now, on the second week, the appetite must have increased. This will not be enough for it anymore. So in the second week, that same chick will need to consume 0.375 kg worth of feed. This is just feed that they are going to be consuming for 2 weeks. So how much? Let's bring calculator. We say week 1 is 0.167 plus 0.375. We get 0.542. So that chick will be consuming 0.542 kg worth of feed in 2 weeks. But remember, we are talking about 100 broilers, right? So if you are talking about 100 broilers, that means if one chick is going to be consuming the 0.542 kg of feed, how many would 100 broilers be consuming? That's where we'll come back to the calculator again and multiply it by 100 to give us 54.2 kg of feed. Equal to 54.2 kg of feed. You get a point, but I need to be specific. So this 54.2 kg of feed, how many bags does it translate to? It translates to, commercially in Nigeria, bag of feed is sold as 25 kg. That's the size in weight. Okay, so 54.2 kg of feed means that if we divide it by 25 kg, that bag of feed come for kg takes kg, then 54 divided by 25 will be giving us 2.168. that is equal to 2.168 bags of feed. That's what you're going to be spending in feeding these 100 broilers for 14 days. Okay, now how much is the value of this 2.164? Currently, on the average, feed is sold for 27,000 naira. Sorry, I'm using naira because I'm a Nigerian. Okay, so this 27,000 naira for one bag of feed, multiply this 2.168, it will give us multiply it by 27,000. That means you'll be spending 58,536 naira. 58,536 naira. That's what you are going to be spending on feeding. So when we'll come over here to bring the rundown, we say feed, you're going to be spending 58,500. Let me confirm again. 536 naira. That's what you're going to be spending. Now day old chicks, those chicks themselves, this is, since you're going to be raising them for 14 days, this is what is going to be consuming the highest budget in the cost of production. Currently, day old chicks is being sold for 900 to 920 naira, and probably it will be increasing by next week. This week that we just entered, it will be increasing, but let's just go for 920. Let's assume that one day old chick is sold for 920. How much will 100 chicks be? It will just be, clear this, 920 for one chick, then for 100 chicks it will be 92,000 naira. It will be 92,000 naira. Now, what other things are you going to be spending money on? You're going to be spending money on medications. This is the vaccine, the antibiotics, the anticoccidiosis. So on the estimates, it shouldn't, or it might cost you up to 10,000 naira. Okay, the next is brooding materials. The brooding materials, which is the wood shaving, the brooding pepper, the heat source. Maybe you're using charcoal, maybe you're buying fuel for using heat generating bulb, or maybe you're buying gas for using gas brooder. But let's just approximate it to be 10,000 naira again, or let's say 15,000, so that you'll be on the safer side. But 100 chicks is very small for 15,000, but let's just say it's 15,000. Okay, then the next we'll talk about transport. This feed is 2 bags. Okay, day old chicks, this is 100, is 2 cartons. Medication, all these things you can transport them to the farm at once, except the vaccine anyway. Okay, so let's just approximate that you might be spending 5,000 naira on transportation. And for labor, what you'll be paying your worker, you're just raising 100 chicks, not even to maturity. So 100 chicks mean you can do this as a side hustle yourself, so you're not paying anybody. So for that, let's forget about this for now. You get the point? When we add all this together, what we'll get is what we have here is 92,000 naira for the day old chicks, plus the feed 58,536, plus medication 10,000, plus brooding 15,000, plus there's no level. So what we have here now is 175,536. That's what we have. That's what you're going to be budgeting to raise this 100 base. But if you want to break it down to know exactly how much each chick will be costing you, it will just be this divided by 100 and divided by 100. That means each chick, it will cost you 1,755 naira 36 kobo to raise just one chick for that 2 weeks. Okay, that's what it's going to cost you. Now, why is this business model going to work? Why is it going to work? Why? This is the why of the business. Okay, if you can brood birds very well, farmers will stop brooding it themselves and they will come to you. I'm saying this with full confidence because brooding is stressful. It's stressful to farmers. Another thing that is stressful to farmers is hatching. Okay, because farmers normally could get a hen, get a cock, allow them to have sex. The hen will lay egg. Since there was sex now, the egg will be fertilized, and then the hen will sit on that egg for days before it will hatch and bring chicks. Now check how many days it will take, almost 20 or up to 21 days, and the stress the farmer will have to be waiting. So because the farmers don't like stress, that's why hatcheries came into play. And now the hatcheries hatch them, and then farmers go straight and get the best. You get the point? Now, since farmers can, because of how stressful hatchery is, and they go to hatchery to get, if someone is also doing brood and sell, farmers will, because of the stress of brooding, go to this person. You get the point? That's why the business works, and it will work well no matter where you are, whether in Nigeria or not. If you have a reputation of brooding birds very well, and then at the end of 14 days the birds are healthy, their weight is up to what they should be at the end of the 14th day, you will build a reputation for yourself, and people will be coming straight to you to get their chicks after 14 days. The next question is, how do you get your customers? Okay, who are your customers? Who? Okay, let me put it here since there's a lot of space here. Who are your customers? Your customers mainly for this brood and sell is people who do small scale poultry farming. Okay, new broiler farmers, you understand, and those that raise broilers in their backyard. They can't afford to start stressing themselves about brooding. Once they know that there is someone who is brooding it very well for them, these people will come to you. And where can you find these people? Where can you find them? You can find these people in poultry farmers WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, or you can liaise and partner with an outlet, any agrovet outlet, so that you'll be bringing it to their place and display it. Why farmers, agrovet outlets is where they sell poultry drugs, poultry feed. They also act as middlemen from the hatchery. Like they supply they old chicks themselves. You get the point? So you can liaise with them to be bringing these day old chicks, the brooded chicks to them. And if you are brooding it very well, definitely they will say no problem. So that when you add your own money, they will add a little too on top the one you've already added, and everybody is a win-win situation. Since this is a business, what can go wrong in doing this business? It's a business. At times things go wrong. So what can go wrong? Number one thing that can go wrong is if you don't know how to raise broilers and you go into this, you will fail woefully. Okay, I don't want you to sing the gospel of broiler business is not working anymore. So there's a course called the Broiler video course that will be there to guide you if it's your first time to do this. Even if you're an old farmer doing it, and you probably are not doing it well, the broiler video course will guide you on how to raise it well. The broiler video course covers how to raise broilers for 6 weeks to attain an average weight of 2.8 to 3 kg minimum. Okay, all you have to do, since it's a 6 weeks course, all you have to do is just to pay attention in the course, especially in the day-to-day activities aspect of the course, in the rearing phase of the course, till 14 days. Another thing that can go wrong in raising this is poor heating condition. Poor heating. Brooding
is a careful aspect in raising birds. So you don't need to joke with the heat conditions in the poultry house. There are certain heat temperatures that you need for the birds. There are times to reduce them, and there are times that you should not exceed them. But if you are not certain and you are not sure about how to go about this, the broiler video course is still your guide. And that thing that might go wrong is wet litter. Wet litter is when the floor of your pen house start getting wet anyhow and you still leave the birds there. If you leave wet litter, it will lead to disease outbreak. Okay, so you have to control this. Another thing that might go wrong is late vaccination. If you vaccinate your birds late, we are vaccinating birds against the diseases that is out of our control, especially the viral diseases like Newcastle disease, infectious bursal disease. Okay, so you have to vaccinate them on time so that you don't have an outbreak in the small space that you have. Because if you have an outbreak, it will affect that current batch that you have, and it might affect the upcoming batches that you may bring into that place. And then another what can go wrong if you have a poor management, a lot of things can go wrong. Okay, so if you have a poor management, but all these things the broader video course will teach you how to do it very well, so that nothing will go wrong in you doing this business model. So how do you package the birds? Packaging. Package, it's just simple. Since you are starting small, you don't need to start getting this what is it called, this plastic carrier that they normally use to carry birds. Okay, you can just get cartons. Get carton, perforate holes everywhere. Then under the floor of the carton, just spray wood shavings, cover it with newspaper, put the birds as the package, and send to the person you are selling it to. That person you got in where did you get them? You got them in WhatsApp group. You guys must have agreed on where to meet. You send it to the person, carry it in the carton, take it to the person. The person you met in Facebook group, do the same thing. And or you can call carpenter. Carpenter can come and do a little framework for you. Let me just do a little sketch, a little framing for you, and then cover it with net all through. And then you have an opening somewhere that you can be opening to put the birds in, transport it, and then open it to give the birds out. That's just simply how you can package it. Since you are a small scale, you don't need to start complicating things for yourself. If you are taking it to the agrovet outlet, you take it there. Certainly they will have a little space for you to keep them, for people to come see them, especially in another standing cage. Okay, that's how to package it. And then how much do you expect to make from this? The profit margin, what's the profit like? Let's go back to how much it costs to raise the birds. Where did I do it? I did it here. No, I did it here. No, I did it here. Aha, it's costing 1,755 naira to raise one. So let's assume that it costs 1,755 naira to raise just one. Now, how much should you sell? You can decide to just make it round figure and sell 2,000 naira. Okay, you can sell 2,000 naira. You can sell 2,500 naira. You can sell 3,000 naira. It depends on the season. It depends on the demand, and it depends on how good people perceive you to be. But let's just assume that you are selling it 2,000 naira. What's the profit here? 2,000 minus 1755, that is 245 naira. Okay, the difference is 245 naira. This is how much you'll be making just from one chick. And then when you multiply it, that's you are selling the 100 chicks, you'll be making, multiplied by 100, that means in 2 weeks you'll be making 24,500 naira. 24,500 naira. This might seem small, but remember, it's a side hustle. It's a side hustle that you just have a little space and you are doing it. But there are other things that you can do to increase this outcome. Okay, what can you do? Number one, you are starting small. You get good in it. People trust you. Before you decide to do what, you scale from 100 birds, you get another space, and then you start increasing the number that you are raising, you are brooding to sell. Another thing that you can do is you can start brooding in batches. You can start brooding in batches, and this can work since you have a limited small space. If you can be able to get another small space and get another space, okay, let's just say you just got another space, what you can be doing is, if you put broilers here, when these ones get to 1 week old, you put another one here. This one will start from day one, so that when these ones are 2 weeks old, this one is 1 week old, you sell this one. You understand? You sell this. By the time this one will be 2 weeks old, you're already restocking here, so you'll be doing this in batches. If it's possible for you to be able, as time goes, you keep scaling and growing in the business, as you are growing, you are getting more space, it might get to a time that you might even be having up to 6 different batches, as in, so that when you sell to broiler farmers who will now raise the birds to 6 weeks and sell once, you'll be selling your own every week. Every week you are making sales. So imagine that you are just raising that 100 and you are making 24,500 naira every week within 6 weeks. Remember, the farmer is just selling once at the end of the 6 week, but you are selling virtually every day. So another thing that can help you to maximize this profit is if you are getting your birds from a reputable source. And also, this is just what you need to do. You need to track all your expenses, you understand, and profits, to be able to appreciate this business. It's just a simple model, but with huge outcome potential. That's what I just want to share with you in this video. If you have any question, feel free to drop it in the comment section, and see you next time.